You're now listening to the Sneaker Box.
Yo. What's up, Detroit? Is definitely in the building via your headphones, stereo, and speakers. Of course, this is your man, the African Caesar. And I'm here with the usual suspects. Guru probably may or may not show up. And if he does show up, he'll probably be in the middle of the show.
Probably like within the last 45 minutes of the show.
Yeah, first of all, okay, introductions. Of course, that was Gino, the contrarian of the show. Then we got Bot Topic himself.
Yes, sir.
And then we got Echo Dave over there, our personal Google.
Resident white guy.
Yeah, my cousin, who, by the way, lives in South Carolina, he was like, you had me dying. I'm like, why? And he was like, y'all was literally sitting there trying to figure out what the difference between a side chick, a mistress, and a concubine was. And it was like, does it matter in the end? I'm like, yes, it does. Like, there's a reason why we use words.
Titles matter.
Yes, words matter.
You got a car, you got a whip, or you got a ride.
See, I'm gonna miss you, Dave.
Wait. House, home, crib.
Yeah.
Pad.
Right.
Isn't that what y'all were saying back in the 80s? Yeah. Pad.
I got a crib and a whip.
See?
But no, so real quick before we get to any sneakers, and y'all, anybody listening to the show, y'all know we got to ramble on before we get to sneakers. But the audacity of Guru, the audacity, like the guy acts like when you bring up the fact that he shows up late, he acts like you're making some shit up. It's like, dude, like Guru, he is so unaware of himself. It is ridiculous.
That's why he's a guru.
Is this what?
But gurus know things. Like, you're supposed to know yourself at least.
He does know things. He knows everything else.
He knows everything about like flight posits and
eBay
steals.
I mean, he's got.
He knows nothing about clocks at all. Like, I'm like, bro, like, dude, I can't tell you how many times this dude had to fly standby anytime he went out of town. And has the audacity to act surprised, outraged, and righteously indignant when you call out the fact that this dude never shows up on time. Matter of fact, it got to the point where Jumpman was like, yo, you can stay at my house the night before just so we know you'll be there. I'm just like, man.
And he was still late?
Man, all the time, man. All the time. We boarding a flight, pulled up. Bruh. Well, we in terminal. We in one. The terminal is on one end of the airport, and you still have to park, get to the terminal, get through TSA.
Which that's a bitch.
I'm like, bro, like you talking about you put up. Not to mention, there's a line.
It's always a line.
There's lines like crazy because
never not a line.
Pre-COVID, Fridays were always like crazy. Yeah. And so like I can't tell you how many times I got a text boarding a plane talking about just pulling up, finding a parking spot. My God, we're boarding the plane. Like, unless you O.J. Simpson in a Hertz commercial. And even then.
There's only one time I've been able to make a flight in that situation. There's only one time. Mind you, I didn't get my luggage.
It wasn't here.
No, it was coming back here.
I was going to say, it could not have been DSW.
Mind you, I didn't get my luggage for like 3 days.
Or DTW. I'm sorry,
Diaz. Thinking shoes.
Yeah, I'm thinking shoes. There you go.
I don't know if you want those shoes.
Nah, not at all. But no, I've done standby one time, and I'm like, never again. Never again. I stayed in the airport for 7 whole hours. Actually, more than that. It was probably 10 hours. Because the flight was at 9:30. We didn't get out of there until 7:30.
You know what's funny about that? I always thought, why don't they make like some form of amusement in the airport? Like, shouldn't there be like an arcade?
Some airports are nice.
Casinos or slot machines.
Yeah, I think Dallas Airport is like a mall up in there.
So it's just us.
No, it was in New York. New York Airport. It's funny because you would think places like New York and LA would have the best airports because they're the most known major cities. No. LAX sucks. That's probably one of the worst airports I've been in. Now, mind you, they were doing construction when we went through there. Still.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I would just think,
like Dallas, D.C.
The amount of money that you can make at an airport.
Step up your frequent flyer miles card and you get access to little private lounges, few drinks, extra peanuts. So that's what you do. You take out the traveler's cards for the miles, run those in your bots, get all those points, and live the best life
And that's
you
another
can.
thing too. I missed on so many points that first year we started traveling.
I like how it came back to bots.
Oh, every time it says
know, yeah.
refer a
Full
friend,
circle.
refer a friend, get a friend, bet I just got 15,000 miles.
Man, I'm never again. Yeah, matter of fact, if we go out of town again, we gotta tell Guru we're flying out a day before. So if we leave Friday, we tell him we're flying out Thursday, just so we know he'll be there.
Shout out Guru.
And my apologies to our listeners. We didn't do a show last week, and I know people are outraged and upset that.
Yeah, I was, because I came all the way down here and didn't know.
That was me the week before that.
Yeah,
We're still super organized. So.
Oh yeah, we are.
yeah, because we're here again.
Well, we gotta be.
Slam.
Dunk.
So
I guess Guru was the one that gave up. He was like, man, forget
yeah,
this.
fuck this. I'll see you at the new studio. Shout out to Podcast Detroit too. Let me go ahead and get this out the way right now, man.
I'm celebrating.
What is that? Because that actually looks real good right now.
Double gin and tonic with a splash of energy drink.
Shit, I want to order one right now, but we're in the middle of a show.
Drunken Jordans.
I was going to say, you know what? Can we get that at the new spot? A
What?
bartender?
We got interns, so have them run around.
Because I'm just saying, like, it would be nice if I could be like, hey, you know. And then they
Yeah, we got
actually
interns. We got
come
two, so
Really?
yeah.
I'm about to be acting like Kenny Powers.
Bet it up. So he asked for bukkake. Bruh, like we should. In my mind, I'm like, we should ask Dave what exactly is that when he comes back, but I don't want to spend 20 minutes on that.
We
for the
real
show.
deal got interns now?
Yeah. All right, so real quick, shout out to Podcast Detroit. They've been our home for the last couple of years, in between the last studio previous to that to the new studio.
We're going to have to change the intro.
Why? Oh, yeah. Fuck it. Shit.
Come up with a Dunks remix.
So we're going to ride that out. That's going to be our way of spiting. Like, take that. But no, so, Dave, man, it's been great, man. Obviously, you guys have heard him on the show. He corrected us on the sugar and spaghetti. He's put Dunk in his place about the rice pudding. He has been.
He chimes in when it comes to wrestling.
Yes, Dave is awesome.
Wrestling, Star Wars.
He knows more than I do. Yeah.
Movie references.
Yeah, I have nothing but profound respect for the guy, him and his whole team. Remember Caitlin when we were at the studio previous to this?
Yeah.
So anybody in the Detroit area, if you are trying to start a podcast, this is the place to go to. I'm telling you, they'll do right by you, and they'll help you out. Like, they'll help you figure things out, whatnot. It's just that we got, an offer we couldn't refuse. Upstart Network, Whitworth Sports, here in Detroit.
Complex shouldn't have slept on me.
What?
Complex shouldn't have slept on me. We're making moves.
Yep, see? They should have signed you when they had a chance. No, the price is going to go up.
Price about to skyrocket.
Yeah, and Gino's reselling the contract.
Shit, damn, Gino, what can't you resell? What
My
can't you
my
flip?
manager
You want to
already-
test me?
You gonna try to sell me? Dang.
Hey, there might be some
You
value.
gonna wait till March?
Hey, hold up. Do your pairs have the blue laces?
You know they do.
Of
You know they
course.
do. Come
course.
on, that's not ask questions.
Here, let
We
me.
already
I'm
did
call.
answers to.
Let me call Marcus right now.
Oh, let me read your letter.
Y'all ain't right. Leave Marcus alone.
He did it to himself.
No,
man.
I salute him because he's fucking Michael Jordan's kid. They're not going to do anything.
You're right. They're not.
That's what I said. Like,
That's the sad part.
Hey, and now, not only that, there's just going to, other stores are going to be like, fuck it, and they're going to open the back door again. Carpet company's already doing it.
That's kind of fucked up.
That
man.
SB Dunk with a special box wrap
they've
on
already.
my ass.
They've already.
Yeah,
That's hard.
they've got a Squarespace website. They can't handle anything. It's a fake raffle. I'm calling it.
Well, you said there was nothing coming out there.
I'm gonna give y'all a choice. So we got our
Nothing too high.
5-5.
I think it's delayed till March 12th.
I'm gonna give y'all to the choice, and if our listeners get upset at this, be mad at Dunks and Gino. For our number 5 slot for our 5-5, we can either go with the Griffey Max 1 Freshwater, because it was gone for 2 weeks, so the last 2 weeks, or the Ivy Park Adidas Ultra Boost.
Griffey.
That's what I was going with, but
You know, a
trying
lot-
to be in the interest of fairness.
All the old heads like it, and I get it, and all these new heads, like the Griffies aren't getting as much love as I thought they would.
Surprisingly, I agree with you.
Like, I'm not shocked, but I thought it
I
would
am.
be different.
I am. I thought people would gravitate
The dunk Griffey or the dunks inspired by this flop, but I think that's because it was a mid and those just don't perform well.
Well, the problem is this generation buys stuff off of what the resale value is. Like they don't buy it because, hey, I
Guru
think
was
this is
just
dope.
having this.
No,
thought, yeah.
time out. This is why the Griffeys flop. Travis Scott didn't have them on. If Travis Scott would have had, if he would have had them on instead of shakingly scribbling his name on somebody's sneaker, you can't even make out what the hell that says. If he would have had the Griffeys on, there would have been a lot more hype attached to him.
And that's the sad part, though. Like the fact that
that's what it takes to sell a sneaker now.
Yeah, like the fact that you're like, I don't know about this shoe. Oh, so and so is wearing that. No, I like them. Like that to me is so sad. Because I know I'm gonna sound like the old guys, shaking his fist at the kids getting off his lawn. However,
well, you are that guy.
However, here's the problem, man. Like, there is something to be said. Like, not all change is good, not all change is bad. And I think being able to discern which is good and which is bad is where you try to find yourself, right? So, looking at things, when we were younger, like, buying sneakers was like a form of expression, right? Like, so we might buy the same shoe, but the way we put it together. So, like, you'll see some people with the shell toes. They got the fat laces in them. You got people with the Air Jordan 5s. They got no laces in them. You know what I'm saying? It was still a form of expression, whereas nowadays it's like you'll see everybody the same shoe because everybody's buying shoes based off resale value. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you leave it up to everybody. They're going to have on the same off-white shoe at an event because, this is the hypest shoe. But what's the dopest shoe to you, though? Like, and because you're an individual, we're all going to have different answers. Like, I remember when we went to SneakerCon in LA, I showed up in the Kobe Reebok questions. Like, and everybody was like, yo, you wearing those? Like, yes, they're sneakers. This is SneakerCon. Like,
Yeah, you're supposed to wear Yeezys.
Dog.
With the cause lacing style.
Man. And it's sad, though. It's sad that it's gotten to that point because it's like, you participate in a community that built a culture, and to see that culture turn into what it's turning into, it is a little sad.
Yeah, but that's the thing is the people, those people are not, they're not part of the community. They have the only tie they have to the community is the fact that they bought a shoe. That's it. Other than that, they don't care about, like, I know Griffey's for me, shoe just look dope.
We've got
So I
vultures
like it.
and we've got posers. And, I mean, it's just an oversaturated market where not everyone's genuine.
As in, you probably say maybe 60% of the people that's in it aren't genuine.
I mean, there's so many.
Probably overtaking the actual.
There's so many
the real
subsects
sneakerheads
of the culture. Like when I talk, it's kind of like generalized to sneakerheads and resellers, but then it's like you've got the hype beast, or the people who just have one or two pairs, or just follow the trends, or just like Kardashian or Kim fans, or Kim Ye, whatever the fuck you call them. Yeah.
No, it's just sad though. It's like, can you, what, like, that's why I ask people like, what's hot to you? What's a hot sneaker to you? Like, what is your taste?
On a related note, it's like clearly my favorite silhouette's dunks, and even I'm sitting here kind of getting tired of Nike's overdoing the dunk right now.
That's how I felt about the Jordan 1. It was
same exact feeling.
I like that All City dunk.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fucking tough to get.
I know it will, but that's probably the first dunk.
But
in
I'm
a
calling
while I've seen
this dunk bubble's got to pop soon because it's just too many. They're like three a day every week.
It's just like all of a sudden, and the funny thing is they're bringing back shit that sat on shelves, and all of a sudden it's like I gotta have these.
The biggest case of that.
Yeah.
We'll even go back to that. They brought out the high tops of everything last year. Now they're bringing the low tops out.
Bro,
they're giving you the exact same.
They remixing the remixes.
They're
now.
doing high Michigan, low Michigan, off white Michigan. When originally the SB Michigan, just no one wanted them. They were in clearance.
Nobody wanted it. The first two times.
This is the same shoe you wanted.
I don't even want it anymore.
That's how I be not. You know what? I went to the Nike outlet the other day.
Oh, they had something?
I was returning something.
You know he ain't go out there.
Oh.
I was returning something, and I'm just walking around, and so I go, to the one section where anybody wearing a size 13 or up, guy, just praying that they got your size, and they had what was it, the green Zoom Jordan ones? I can't remember what the exact name of it was.
Oh, that like Incredible Hulk green looking one.
Yeah, it was like nubuck or suede or something.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
And like I'm like I don't even want this. I'm good.
It's got a silver swoosh.
Yeah.
I think
Like a
that was
3-ounce swoosh.
that was playing off an old Dunk colorway.
Yep.
Yeah. I just
It's
didn't
almost
want
like the Brutes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
I was like, I'm good. I walked out. I was just like, like any other time, because I remember when we went to San Francisco a couple years ago, and they had the black and white Air Jordan 1. Like, that was at a time where it was still relatively new. I ain't gonna say it was still relatively new. I don't want to say it. They hadn't built the Jordan 1 yet.
The
So
Jordan
like
1 phase hadn't been a phase yet.
yeah, so like it was like in full swing at that time, but like it hadn't reached its peak yet. And I was like, I'm buying every colorway. So I bought a pair of black. Like, wasn't nothing crazy about them. It was black and white. Like, it wasn't, it was leather like any other Jordan 1. It wasn't like anything. It wasn't anything special or unique about the shoe, other than the fact that it was black and white. And I bought them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was like, yo, bought Jordan 1, bought. This time looking at it, I was like, yeah, okay, put it back on the shelf. I'm like, somebody else will enjoy these.
Well, like you said, you got fatigue over that particular silhouette, and then it probably doesn't help when you see everybody wearing the shoe the same way, same outfit.
Yeah.
So,
and shout out to, I mean, the way you just said something made me think about it, and I'm looking at his orange cup. But
McDonald's
Love
brought
Wants.
the high C back.
We've had this discussion. If I go to McDonald's, it's because I'm running late for something and I have to go there. That's the only place that's within the vicinity. If I have options, bullshit.
No,
Motherfucker, I got Bucharest in my car right now, waiting for me after this show.
what about the J Balvin meal?
Dunks, I will punch you right in your face. Like, you know I hate that J Balvin. Anything J Balvin related, like I ain't never heard his music, so I ain't gonna speak on that. But if it's anything creative outside of that, yeah, spare me.
no, I think a C special would be like a 20-piece nugget, Big Mac, large fry.
Your mother nude. Look, anyway,
Leave my mama out of
let's get this.
Number 5.
Number
was the
5,
was
yes, the
Griffey Max
Nike Air
1.
Griffey Max 1 Freshwater. I mean, honestly, I think anybody that grew up, especially with those shoes, and especially seeing King Griffey, like that was just, man, the 90s was such a dope decade.
Didn't they raise the price on that shoe though?
Yeah,
Because it was
I bet they did.
170.
No, they did.
It was 170, and I think when it came
Name a
out,
shoe they haven't raised the price on.
Air Force One.
They haven't raised 90.
They haven't raised
They
the
had
price on
90.
it in a while.
But what they used to be, what, 75?
It used to be like $80.
Hey,
Right.
when Dunks died, do you think Air Force is gonna make a comeback like that?
They trying to.
Dunks, damn it, Dunks. I was trying to get my Air Force One game up. Now see,
Like them popcorn
catch
Air
his
Force
love.
Ones. Woo.
Hey,
them
you-
popcorn. No, that popcorn pack is, man.
Hey, that,
Matter of fact,
I'm
that
glad
blazer.
that.
Hey,
The blazer is hot too, but I like that Air Force
And
One.
the Blazer
more.
made the list, huh?
Nah, just keep going.
Well, number 4 is the Nike Blazer Mid 77 Vintage popcorn. That popcorn pack is dope.
That's pretty. That's
like
pretty
that.
hot. I like that.
I mean,
Air
it's
Force One.
clean, simple, but it's just dope. I just love it. The Air Force One is probably the best one, though, like you said.
It's like that cream color.
Have you seen that fried chicken Air Max that they're talking about?
I seen that.
I want that.
I have not seen this.
I'm so glad they didn't drop it this month because I just kind of felt like that I'd have felt some type of way.
Well, according to them, they're saying that it has to do with
I prepared a BHM pack.
no. They're saying it's influenced by the food stands in Japan, and I'm like, all right,
Bullshit.
You trying to say it
Okay,
now?
well, sell it just in Japan then. Like that's
but
bullshit.
here's the thing: I feel like they're trying to say it now because it's like, oh shit, it leaked.
Yeah,
Black History Month.
bullshit. Yeah,
It's
okay.
fried chicken.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, do we know what's going on with Air Max, the Bacons? Originally,
No,
I was hearing
no.
push back, and then
So that's the
Air Max Week or March.
so that's the thing.
I know a place is gonna get them.
I've been wanting to do.
I'm not giving my plug. Up,
Hey, you
so
got
if
the back door on them, you said?
We'll talk after the show.
I'll
All
take
right,
a
Mark.
pre-order,
All right, Marcus.
Gino. Hey, let me get a full size one if you got it like that.
But anyway, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. Oh, the release
Popcorn?
dates. No,
Oh.
the release dates. That's part of the reason why I haven't really been, pushing the release dates on the show because it's like they all subject to change because this year's like I heard he's gonna be crazier than last year, which is already proven to be true.
They had to push a lot of stuff
Yeah.
back.
Those
into
light
this year.
blue Jordan 1s got pushed back. I was heard about that. They were supposed to drop on my birthday, and it's the same blue as those like Fukijama Air Force 1s from Entourage.
The light blue ones.
Yeah.
You talking about the ones that's coming out next Saturday?
The ones that
but it was
early
supposed to
access
be
today.
this week. Yeah, I was sick. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
My
Real quick, shout out to Jordan Brand. My pair's on the way. What?
My one homeboy, he actually finally hit the road.
Nice. If you have enough accounts, something's gonna get access.
No, he's only got one account, but he's like never got anything.
I just
feel
want to
like
know why you
this is
rode
the
the
one
eyes.
bone.
You know, I had exclusive access for the neutral gray 85s and just didn't check, didn't look, missed it.
Oh damn it, Dunks.
That would have been such an easy $500 too.
Hey, I'm mad at
I
myself.
know, that's
too.
why I'm mad at you. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Let's see, I'm mad at myself though because I probably could have just
I'll ring the bell
requested those
myself.
too. And
Oh, that's what we doing now. We just requesting.
It's not too late. You could be like, I'll take size 11.
All right. I mean, if we requesting them Georgetown 3s next month,
ugh,
I got the plug on the jersey, so come on, man.
that's so basic.
But I'm a rock.
It's so basic. I'm like y'all could have did more with that.
Do it yourself. Throw some off-color laces in there.
I mean, that's the only choice you have. I mean, outside of going to a customizer.
You know, I know we've gone on and
Put
on
the
about
Georgetown
the
Hoya
whole,
on the heel.
the whole Warren Lotus or the customs or the knockoffs.
Yeah.
Slug, or the one who did the revolver, just did a similar silhouette to the Paris Dunk. Did you guys see that?
Nah, I didn't see it. Like you gotta
It's pretty much the
the
Paris Dunk, but it's a shotgun instead of.
Ooh, I wish I could say what I want to say about that because
I ordered a pair.
No, I'm just gonna say this to anybody who's out here calling themselves making their own Air Jordan 1s. You might want to hold on to that money, and you might want to, you might want to fall back and lay low for a minute. That's all I'm gonna say.
Lay low.
On the Paris tip, back in 2007, I had the opportunity to buy the Paris Dunks in my size for $3,000. I was younger, I couldn't afford it, I turned it down. They're selling for like $30,000 now.
Yeah, that would have been.
That's the biggest. That is my worst sneaker story I got. It hurts to this day.
Oh shit, my screen.
Sorry,
is turned
Dunks.
up.
So I bought a pair of the Slugs or whatever.
Yeah, the knockoffs.
Right.
Make yourself feel better.
For just 10 seconds till I realize what I've done and put them back. in
Yeah,
the
I was
box.
gonna say too.
Wait for the lawsuit to clear, sell them.
When are they supposed to be delivered?
Wow.
I'm not sure, but they weren't a pre-order. Most of these guys are pre-orders. This guy was direct ship.
So how many did he make?
I could be wrong, but I want to say around 700.
Jesus.
Number 3, Trae Young Special Edition Adidas Top 10 High
Seen that.
Ice Trae. Them
Actually,
boys
I
nice.
actually like that as
That
well.
was nice.
And I usually don't. I
Pretty
usually
clean.
don't like a lot of Adidas shoes, but I like
That was
that
clean.
one. Yeah, that was pretty
Real
good.
clean.
Shout out to Trae Young. He
Yeah.
losing his hair. He should just shave it off, man. Go bald.
Oh, real talk, man.
Yeah. He like 22 years old, man. Just get rid of it.
First, LeBron ruined the league by having people team up, and now he's ruining the league by having people keep their hairlines or
It's
attempt to
going, man.
keep their hairlines
It's going, man.
longer than.
Trae Young, man. Just shave it all off, man.
Yeah. Number 2, we have the Hot Ones Special Edition Reebok Question.
Surprisingly better in person than
Oh,
what
yeah.
it looks like online.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. Like those are dope.
Yeah. They're a little more vibrant than I thought they was gonna be
Yes.
in person.
So, because it's
I
almost,
like that gum.
It almost feels
Yes.
like it's an infrared almost.
This okay. And I'm going. God damn it. Going back to what we was talking about just a second ago. Like you say, he's gonna swap with the laces on the Georgetown. Laces can do so much to add to a shoe, and I think
you
they're
never found those laces. So.
nope. And it's so, and I feel like a lot of times people just they just go not thought of. They're underutilized. These could have done. They could have did something with the laces. Like they could have either put black laces in them or the same. What's that? What color is that? Is that a gum midsole or outsole?
I think so. Yeah.
They could have put like gold laces in them. You know, the same color as the outsole. I think that would have been a better look, and it would have gave it another
Did
dimension.
they come with green laces?
What came with green laces?
The shoe. Did it come
Why would
with
it come with
green?
green laces?
Because I'm thinking in my mind like just the pepper and the green on the stem would have been, because the shoe kind of looks like a pepper. Basically, some hot ones, habanero pepper. That's just where my mind went.
I didn't even put that together.
I just feel like if they're gonna put laces in there, they could have gave you like the options, like green lace, a gold lace.
No,
Hey,
if you was gonna put green on there and make the sock lining green.
After Caesar's on like sneaker 13 and they let us design one, you're gonna be in the room spending all your time on the fucking laces.
Wow.
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
Actually, I'll spend my time designing the box.
So that's another thing I think people go, and I think they did a good job with the box too. I thought the box was dope.
Hey, not one of these shoes will be found in a retail store.
No,
Won't
not
even
at all.
make it.
1-on-1, and then I'm gonna sell it.
Backdoor.
Benjamin Kicks got all of them.
Man, that dude. Man, he's supposed to be fighting a felony right now, like that.
Yeah, felony of life.
I think he'll be all right. Something tells me.
I mean, yeah, it was a cell phone. Somebody's saying, yeah. I mean, it did feel a little embellished. Like that person acted like they had to put him in a coma because he was
And since
ruffled so hard.
Since then, he keeps posting videos of him praying.
Who?
Ben Kicks.
Praying about what?
Just doing it like religious shit.
Who is he? DMX?
Cut it out, bro.
I have way more respect for DMX.
Cut it out. You should.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should.
Yeah.
You thought,
I think
you thought
last
Mayor
time,
was gonna be tough. Imagine you saying somebody.
Ooh. Ooh, we could never do a show in Philly. Well, you could never do a show. It was like, and I think we know what number one is. The women's Air Jordan Retro 1 High OG Silver Toe.
me and Gino don't like him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm an advocate. I say this all the time.
That's a big
When
word.
it comes, is it?
Yeah.
Well, Gino's a sexist pig who just doesn't support women's having Jordans.
Yeah, if you listen to the last show, yeah, he doesn't like fat people, and it's something else, man. You were just out of pocket last show.
Somebody actually DM'd me and it was like, I thought you and Caesar were gonna fight.
Oh, at the end? No. Oh, cut it out. We're about to fight. Trust me.
I'm like, Caesar don't want these problems.
Man, what? No, man. I'll trap you under a cup. Look, so I just
Wow, even the bill just kind of gave out on
Hey,
that.
he's got a milkshake cup.
Oh, okay, Duck's gonna get in this too. All right, but no.
Dunks will take himself out. You guys don't want it with me.
Oh my god.
And Dunks will just get high. Just be sitting in the corner.
Jump out the windows. Oh no, he's not calling Jumpman, is he?
I'm calling Mayor. No, so
I thought he was calling Guru to see if he was going to show up.
right, pulling up,
Hey,
parking.
man. Hey, we've been doing the show for over an hour now. He's still showing up.
Right, I'm on my way.
Yeah, man, I'm just leaving.
Yeah, man, I couldn't find a babysitter.
Traffic is real bad right now.
Yeah, I know. 7:30 at night, Detroit. The silver toe. So I always say when there's a women's shoe, like fellas, fall back, let the ladies have that. Let them shine, right? And I did. I went like 3 or 4 days without thinking about the shoe. I'm like, okay, that gives them enough time. Whoever wants it, got it, whatever. And then I put in that request. I'm like, yo, I gotta have these.
Do they make them in your size though?
16.5 women's.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. You say you had to put in a request. That's a special request. People that's real high up. So they hand making that shoe right now.
When I reach out to Nike, they pretend like they don't even know who I am.
No, they're not pretending.
Damn.
Damn.
Slam.
Stunk. Hey, I was still on the app. Never forget.
Episode 282. You heard it here first.
I hope y'all get ready for that slam dunk segment coming to the new studio.
Oh my god. Anyway, back to the silver toes. Silver toes. I thought they were dope. What didn't you like about them?
It's never about the shoe for me. It's the hype that gets associated with the
that's
shoe.
fine.
Like the people in Chicago fighting, and somebody, I think, a couple
Yes,
people got shot outside
yeah,
of Foot Locker.
it wasn't that deep.
It's like,
bro.
come on, man.
An employee got shot.
Yeah, that's the stuff about the shoe that I always feel like it's not worth it. I mean, naturally it's not worth it, but it's like now the shoe is going to take on a life of its own and be completely overhyped more than what it should have been.
Look, you know what I
Plus,
always...
the other thing I didn't like about the shoe is it reminded me of the Aleli May Jordan 1 that was like black and silver.
Which reminded me of the shadows.
So,
Yeah. I mean...
How do you feel about those new shadows coming out?
the 2.0s.
Oh, I'm straight. I'm good, bro.
Watch they gonna remix that colorway over and
death.
over again, like how they did the shattered backboard.
Nah, honestly, I'm being upfront right now, ladies, and I don't know why Jordan Brand did this because they know everybody and their mama wanted this, why they're putting the purple metallic ones as a women's release. You know, all white
Really?
with the collar. Yeah, it's a women's release.
So are they gonna do the entire metallic pack, the rest of the metallic pack now?
I
Hey,
don't.
do you know how he
Women's
knows it? Because he already ordered a 16 and a half.
Right.
Yeah, see.
They're hand making that one too. Like
I'm
as
just
we
like,
speak.
yo, like, so I'm giving everyone a heads up. I'm going after those. I don't care how they label them. We all know that's an original colorway. As a collector, that was something I was going to try to go after anyway. And honestly, I'm just trying to figure out what was taking them so long to like finish that part of it.
Well, because what? It's the white and greens that they had. It's
It's
the white
the
and greens,
gr-
white
the-
and purples, and the white.
So there
and
was
orange.
there was a silver metallic, there was a green, there was an orange.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
And then
There was the red
purple.
and blue already came out
Yeah.
years ago,
And then this purple one.
and the purple one.
I feel like that. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Why did it? Why? Why is it taking so long?
No clue, man. I'm just like,
Wait,
come
wasn't
on,
it
bro.
two blues? Wasn't
What
one
was
like
it?
a navy?
That's the one that came out.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking maybe it was like a royal blue as well.
I don't think so.
That would
was
be
a
dope
navy.
though.
Yeah. But yeah, I just kind of
just gave him an idea.
Bro.
So that's about
Like, y'all quit playing with me. So yeah, them purple ones are the balls. I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah, some old Guatemalan lady is picking up that cow and make the leather for you.
But no, okay. So Dylan, what was your problem with the silver toes? Don't say the height because we all know that's bullshit.
I don't want to say it's I don't want to say it's repetitive. I'm just not into like the shiny metallics.
He didn't score. He didn't score on
He
him.
didn't get them. That's what it was.
That's what
Okay,
it is.
just say that.
How many did you get?
None.
Right.
To be fair, I underestimated the resale value.
Really?
Man.
What? Okay, what made
Whoa, hold
you
up.
leading up to the release? What made you underestimate?
Was it because it was a women's only?
I've just been kind of lazy and not really trying too hard recently, to be honest.
You've been slacking though, like
Yeah,
real
You
talk.
you have been.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, you.
You sound like glad you noticed.
I'm still here.
Barely.
Like you don't seem
Cheers.
as you don't seem as into the resale game. I don't know if it's because Gino has taken over your market share.
Well, it's just
I'm just trying to reteach him the game.
in really, really, really simple.
Help him
terms,
find his passion.
In really
Trying to.
simple terms, it's just such an oversaturated market, and as it gets bigger and bigger, it's just more and more toxic. And I go on and on, but it's just
you
not.
just describe
you
sneaker
know,
culture as a whole, just
Yeah.
not.
Well, yeah, it's then bled over into the resale culture. Then I
Yeah,
guess.
because
It put it like this: people without a bot no longer stand a chance, and people with a bot, there's so many of them, and people who've had them are scaling up that it's still a crapshoot or a lottery for bot owners.
Yeah.
And at this point, like I'm about to just start selling the bots, and
I was
because
gonna
it's
say
at an all-time high. People are spending $5,000, $10,000.
that's what I was gonna say. Is I think that's more so for you. I think that's what it should turn into.
Yeah, but I forgot
Flip
who
the bots.
Encourage this
Guru and
nonsense.
someone.
I
were
mean, it's
having,
the truth. You might as well because like we said it before. Look at the type of person. Look at the people that are buying these bots to try and get these shoes and then resell the shoes, and they're not even making. They're realistically not making that much money unless they score on something like the trophy room ones. Other than that, if they get a Yeezy or another Jordan 1, they're what? Maybe
And you know, we got the Ash Blue.
$75 over.
You know,
over-
like,
That's a
over
shoe I would
retail?
never touch. By the way,
I know you guys. I know how you guys feel about Yeezys, but like,
Yeah.
you know, I fuck with them. Where I could be like, okay, this is a cool color. This is trash. This is repetitive. They got the Ash Blues coming out this weekend or third, fourth. Well, last week already happened. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm
Nice one. I
I'm
like
not
that.
even feeling any of the colorways anymore.
It's like
Adidas.
WandaVision. You can go ahead and say it.
Adidas is they were like such a powerhouse, and they've completely fallen off. And then Nike drops are a mess.
You
There's
know
no
why
such
they
thing
fell
as
off?
general
Because they
release
stopped
anymore.
innovating. They was just like, we're gonna just collab to death.
The
I mean,
Sean Wotherspoon shit coming up is the biggest trash I've ever seen.
no,
Well,
J Balvin has something to
literally.
say about that.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
J Balvin has something to say about
I do like the fact that it's a ZX. I give them that because I feel like, all
that.
right.
Adidas. Okay, so there's a number of things Adidas did
They
wrong.
fucked up the Kid Cudi shoe. I mean, everything's going wrong.
Okay, so here's the thing. One, they didn't own Boost. Two, they basically stopped. Once they started getting their mojo back, they celebrated and didn't do shit after that. Once people started saying Yeezy jumped over the Jumpman and Adidas made a comeback, they were so busy celebrating. You know how a team wins a championship, then they show up the next season all out of shape and shit because they celebrated all summer and didn't work?
You remember when we got a trophy last year?
Yeah. We didn't give a fuck after that for like, yeah.
Hey, and I didn't even know we got a trophy for like 6 months until you posted it. I was like, what
Right.
the fuck is
And then when he found out, he just stopped giving a fuck. Like
It's
that was
now
the end of
it is now a pencil holder in my daughter's bedroom. But
You know how much that trophy means to me?
oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna ship it to you.
They say
Um,
Dunks want that as a paperweight for himself.
But yeah, like so that's what Adidas essentially
Show
did.
my mom at least.
Oh my god,
It was all worth it.
I didn't know it meant that much to you. I'm sorry. That drink looks good. Anyway,
Yeah, if we had interns right now.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got a full bar under here.
You know he does.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah, so
'Cause you notice Dave only comes back. He only comes back with Red Bulls, and then all of a
well, he's
sudden,
trying to stay awake right now. You got another show after this?
No, thank
Oh, I was gonna say, thank God. Dang, I lost my train of thought. But what were we talking about just a second ago? God damn it.
Gino backdooring.
You know, you'll
selling
usually
pots.
usually there's vodka sodas that go along with the Red Bulls.
what's in that
Ah.
coffee cup?
Coffee.
You know,
I'm
I'm
Dude, I've gone
surprised by
through
that.
Hey.
2 Red Bulls and a coffee, and I'm still fading.
Dude, how many Red Bull? It's like 3 or 4 Red Bulls.
Oh, there were 4.
and a large
and,
coffee.
And now there's 2 and an empty one,
You
and,
need-
and 2 waters and a coffee.
What the hell?
Coffee means Kahlua.
No, it's
Right.
it's a mocha
Or
from the coffee joint.
Bailey's?
Sure.
No,
Yeah.
it's it's pure coffee from the.
Damn
It's
it,
a mocha
Dave.
from the coffee
In
joint.
the summer, I'll be opening the door and pouring a little Bailey's in the coffee.
Yeah,
Oh,
some-
almost any other night. Like I said, there's usually vodka sodas here to go with the Red Bull. It's just not tonight.
Oh shit! Adidas.
Rum
That's
chowder.
what it's talking about. So that's essentially, and then they thought, and this is why I blame Nike for this, because Nike can get away with this because they're such a huge brand. Even their fuck ups gets overlooked because they do more right than bad, and a lot of brands see what Nike does and tries to run those plays. But the problem is you don't have the same players that Nike does.
Remember when they had child sweatshops? They completely got past it like it never happened.
Yeah, because nobody gets.
Powerhouse.
Nah,
Well, think about all of the accusations that they got when it came to inequality in the workplace versus what Adidas had to go through
Yeah.
with inequality in
Nah,
the workplace.
Adidas was out of pocket. I mean, they were more. Both of them were out of pocket, but Adidas was way more out of pocket.
Yeah, but it's the fact that Nike
But-
Nike is able to basically put out a press release and it just sweeps it all under the rug.
Yeah, 'cause
and
they can
acts
be like-
it never happens.
Like they had to protest, and it's like, hey, these Jordan 11s are coming out. It's like, yeah, Adidas doesn't have that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something bad happened there. What are they gonna pull out?
And then Kanye will go on a rant about how he still wears Nike.
Oh my god, yeah. Like they don't have that. You're right. Nike does, but it's almost like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like when you make Thriller, I mean, people are willing to overlook certain things, or
Macaulay
forgive
Culkin-
certain
wait,
things.
where are we going with this?
I don't know.
Guys,
See, that's what
No,
I'm waiting for.
no, I'm
Danger,
not- I'm not-
danger,
Go
danger,
ahead.
Will
Wait,
Robinson.
wait.
Whoop,
Let me explain. Let me explain.
Yo,
When
Macaulay
you get
Culkin said nothing happened.
No, I'm not saying anything happened. What I'm saying is when you are great at something, people will try their damnedest to ignore everything else. Like that's why R. Kelly has survived as long as he has, because he made hot music. If R. Kelly was just a normal dude, he would have been in jail a long time ago. He made hot music and made a lot of people rich, and that kept him out of jail for a long, long time. Now it seems like it caught up with him, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not justifying anybody. I'm not saying anybody did anything. I'm just saying that when you're really good at something, it allows you a buffer, right? More so than an average person, or more so than somebody who doesn't have greatness or talent or whatever. And so in this case, Adidas, they didn't have an Air Jordan 11 to distract you with. They didn't have the Off-White collection to distract you with. They had Yeezys, and by that time, people were kind of like, yeah. That wasn't enough of a buffer for people to, like, still see your faults. Like, think about the Lakers, right? When you winning, the flaws of the team don't matter. We don't care if Shaq and Kobe got into a fight every practice because they win the championships. Once they start losing, though, then that becomes a focal point. When the team isn't that good, then you start hearing all the behind-the-scenes stuff more and more. It becomes louder. And so with Adidas, man, I don't know what they trying with Beyonce. And that's the crazy thing. You got Beyonce, and I know the girls, you know, they eating up all the Ivy Park stuff. And, you know, most of the stuff has been dope. I have nothing wrong with it. But it doesn't feel like
It doesn't feel like she's connected to Adidas at all, though.
it doesn't feel like it's
Yeah.
I feel like it should be bigger than what it is.
It doesn't feel like Adidas made the best of their budget.
Yeah, it feels very in comparison to what it should be. It feels
Right.
lackluster.
Well, that's what I said. It doesn't feel like there's a connection between
Yeah,
the two.
what you're
It
trying to
feels
say
more
is
like
what you're trying to say is Nike would have done it much better.
Oh my God, yeah.
no, there would have been a connection. There would have been.
I mean, if they made
Like,
J
there would've been
Balvin
something
hot,
going
I mean,
on.
imagine if Nike had Beyonce, man.
Think about how all of her drops have been for Ivy Park. It's like you really get nothing from Adidas about it dropping. You get everything from Beyonce and Ivy Park and her team, and her promo and who she's connected with about
Right.
the drops on.
But
it.
even like, I mean, like I said, her stuff is cool. You know
But
what I'm saying?
what I'm saying, what promotion has Adidas really done?
They haven't really.
That's what I'm saying. They basically sat back and said, "Hey, look, we're gonna stay relevant because."
But that speaks to what I'm saying. They think they're gonna collab their way, and that's what most brands do. And this is why, like when Master P and I was talking about buying a Reebok.
So wait a minute, you're saying there's situations in the business world where like a lesser brand will approach somebody and that might have something they can offer them and make it seem like it's going to be something.
No,
but,
no.
but
well,
really,
yes and
I
no.
see what you're
But-
doing.
No, yes, no, yes and no.
that happens.
I
No,
see
yes
what
and no.
you're doing.
Because it's like I'm gonna explain it like this. It's like a sale, right? Sales are meant to get you into the door, right? The hope is
Loss leaders, yeah.
yeah, the hope is you'll come in there for the sale, and while you're there, you'll see some other shit, right? So you have to have something behind that sale. You got to have other product for people to buy into. One, to offset the cost of that sale or the loss of that sale because you're selling it at a discount, right? So when you do the collabs, most brands don't make a lot of money off the collabs because one, the production run is limited. And they got to pay the person they're collabing with, so that eats into, the budget. So long story short, it's like a sale. It's meant to get you in the door. It's meant to bring attention to the brand, right? So the reason it works for Nike is because, yeah, you got all the Off-Whites. Yeah, you got all these collabs, but you have all these retros that you can go to. You got the LeBrons. You got the KDs. You got the runners. You got the Vaporfly, whatever they got. So they have other products that once they get your attention, they can hold your attention with other products. Whereas Adidas doesn't have that. Once Beyonce shit sell out, once Yeezy sell out, ain't nobody else talking about anything else Adidas related. They don't have your attention beyond that. You get what I'm saying, Dave?
I do, but I mean, I guess like at this point,
Put it like this.
like who does Nike like? Does Nike need like if I never see another fundraiser for breast cancer awareness, I'll be perfectly happy. Like, who's not aware of breast cancer at this point, or cancer in general? Like, or if I never see, like, if DTE would
Danger, Will Robert.
no, not at all. No, dude.
I don't support breast cancer.
No, raise money to go for the cure.
Oh, man.
Stop about awareness.
All cancer matters, but no, go ahead.
So nice.
Make
if DTE, like
make
if
sure
DTE,
you save the titties.
right, if DTE would stop taking the money that I spend on my power bill every month, running commercials to tell me how great DTE is, I would be super happy about that. Like you don't have any. There's no competition. Just shut up. Stop.
Yeah.
Like lower my gas prices or lower the energy prices. I'll be happier.
Right.
So like I get it, but like I said, but does Nike need that? Like does Nike need that one up from anyone?
You'd be surprised. Like, at least in talking to, who I talk to, at least a number of people, first of all, this younger generation is fickle as hell. Fickle. Like, they went from 1 year saying Nike's dead, Jordans are dead, Yeezy jumped over the jump man, to the very next year, oh my God, Jordans are hot again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is that quick. And so it's almost like you got to I feel like over the last 100 years, the attention span of like the public has gotten shorter and shorter. And shorter and
People
shorter.
have the attention span of goldfish now.
Yeah. And so as a brand, you have to constantly work at keeping people's attention, which is why the collabs work, is because, now this new hot, rapper is wearing this, or this new hot singer is wearing that. So they have to kind of, or at least they feel like they have to do that. But once again, once they do that, they're able to keep your attention in other ways. Whereas some of these brands, like a Under Armour, like they might try to do a collab, but what else are you gonna beyond that collab? What else are you gonna wear?
Well,
yeah,
so I guess
check this out. The Under Armour has a collab with The Rock, Project Delta, whatever they're calling it,
Yeah.
and he has a brand new TV show, and they're still doing terrible and can't sell units.
Yep,
so I look at it, but from the,
that's a good point.
so my 11-year-old, great, he wants a pair of Nikes because some YouTuber does a collab with them.
Yeah,
How does that? So his
I don't know what that
his
is.
loyalty is not to Nike. His loyalty is to the YouTuber.
exactly.
So how does so that's there's
Oh,
no.
first of all, there's no
Hey.
loyalty.
I was gonna say
anyway.
so there's
I
no
know Cheese
lingering.
did a shoe.
Yeah, I was gonna say so there's no lingering, whatever for Nike. I guess that's kind of where I was going.
Well, because
Adidas is gonna hear this and be like, "That's it. We need a YouTuber."
Yeah.
Oh my God, don't give them my
Your
ideas.
deal is coming.
yeah.
They did a
No.
deal with Ninja for they have a video game sneaker.
So yes, your son is going to buy that shoe, and then once he gets, once again, your son is an individual. I guess broadly speaking, the idea is you're going to buy this shoe, and then you're going to buy something else you might like. You know what I'm saying? Like once again, the whole sell thing. Once you get in the store, you might see something that you like. Now your son, he might just want to just buy that one shoe and be done with
Right.
it. Because the thought of loyalty, that's a foregone concept. Like loyalty does not exist, especially within fashion anymore. Like even when we grew up, like Jumpman Bostic. Now that's loyalty. Like this guy's been buying this one brand for like 30 years. That's loyalty because he's loyal to the brand. He's a fan. He loves the product. He loves the player that the brand is named after. I get it. Right, there's people that collect just Nikes. There's people that collect just Adidas. You're gonna have those fans, but I feel like as we progress generation to generation, you lose more of that because, people get into things for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like nostalgia means something different to this generation than it did to us.
When I started,
Like I don't even know what's gonna be nostalgia to them. Maybe SpongeBob, SquarePants. I don't know. Like
It already is.
yeah, like what's nostalgia to them? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like I'm not even sure they know if you ask them.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what makes this generation so hard to read for me because it's like y'all are so all over the place. Like, I honestly don't know. I really don't know. It's like a kite in the wind. Like I can't tell you which way it's gonna go next because it's just blowing all over the place.
So I mean, I guess then that leads to the question then is that the trend then that it is less about the brand and more about the collabs? Because if the point is that the collabs are likely not, because I don't see the collabs as being the loss leader or the whatever. I don't see those as being the gateway into the brand. Like to me, that's
But it is though.
some of these collabs cost more to produce and don't sell for more. I do know that.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean it.
But they know that though. It's
That's-
all about your attention. It's all about getting your
Like
attention.
the Habibi dunks. I don't know if you know specifically, but it had like
I don't know about those.
It had like a little corduroy detail, and it had a Velcro tongue, so it was almost like two tongues.
Yeah.
And it was still the same MSRP.
Yeah. It's all about attention. It's
Yeah.
all about
What I mean to your point,
the cool factor. Like we have this hot young actor. Like we have this athlete. We have this entertainer.
But like you
It's-
said, it's to get them in the door, and I think that's something that Nike definitely does a better job than Adidas does, because it will be with a certain silhouette that they will use as the means of getting someone to collab with. Now that the hope is, hey, maybe we can create a fan to like the rest of what we have with this silhouette. Whereas when Adidas does it, I mean, think about it. Here, Reebok, prime example. They did the thing with Cardi B. That's one shoe.
Yeah.
So if you're just a fan of Cardi B,
who's
you
gonna,
might go
who's
buy
gonna
the
do
shoe.
something with Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh my God. I
I'd
hope
like
not.
to do
Please
something with her.
Slam?
Dunk.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna let that one go. That
But-
was actually pretty.
But no,
good.
I mean it kind of is the it is the gateway, and I think, like I said, Nike does a better
Well, that's
job
the thing,
because,
though, like, the
because
collab-
they'll use the dunk.
Oh God.
Well, no, it's a perfect example. Because think about it. You see a collab with a dunk, right?
Mhm.
All of a sudden, you're like, oh shit, this dunk is hot. Well, what else do they have? And then you start going down that wormhole of trying to find all these other different dunks, and you find other things that you like because you've seen that one collab with that one shoe. It's probably the same thing that's happened with Jordan 1s, not necessarily with a collab, but think about people that are fans of J Balvin.
Yeah.
That never wore Jordans before.
And I would say this, and we always make fun of Nike and Jordan Brand for doing this, but what Nike and Jordan Brand do cleverly.
Wow. Cleverly?
Cleverly? Yeah, okay. What they do
It's that East Side education.
and it's almost smart, but like I guess because we're able to see it and peep it out is like why, but I get why they do it. Is like they'll do a collab with Travis Scott, right? Travis Scott ones, and then they'll come out with something close.
The Mocha ones.
Yes, they're close to it. So they know the people that missed out on that shoe are going to want something, a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? And so when you talk about collaborations, like I said, they're meant to get you in the door. Some brands are able to keep you in the door beyond the collab, and others aren't. And that's why I blame Nike, because they've created this blueprint for themselves and these brands because they're trying to be a Nike, and so they figure, okay, well, I'm gonna take Nike's recipe, but the problem is you don't have the same utensils in your kitchen as a Nike. You don't have the same ingredients as a Nike. You know what I'm saying? They getting their ingredients from one of those high-end fruit markets. You going to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna be the same ingredients. You getting the off-brand shit. And they got the off-brand cereal. They got the name brand cereal.
They got Fruity O's.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They got Little Yachty Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And Lady Gaga Oreos while we're at it.
So it's not gonna be the same thing. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have Shaq, you can't sit up there and run plays for Shaq if you don't have one on your team. So like when an Under Armour tries to pull the whole we're gonna collab our way back to relevancy, it doesn't work because they have nothing beyond that collab.
Well, that's what I'm saying is my beef with Adidas with what they're doing with the Ivy Park brand is they're not putting anything behind it. That's what I'm saying is like the collections will drop.
Yeah.
They'll sell out that day.
Yeah.
You get nothing from Adidas kind of like piggybacking off of it. Like typically what Nike do, like you said, like with the Travis Scott ones, they dropped the Mocha ones. What was that, like 7 months later or something like that? Like, but then right after they dropped the high top, they dropped the low top. Yeah. So it's like it kept you going.
And let me say this before you finish. Let me say this too, because I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, this hot shoe and this hot shoe. You gotta think the world. Okay, sneaker culture is still like a niche thing. Yes, it's big, but it's still a niche in comparison to the rest of the world. Every year we look at the top 10 sneakers of the year. It might be like 1 or 2 Jordans on there, and it'd be some shit you ain't never heard of. You know what I'm saying? Because, once again, Nike has such broad appeal. So, yeah, for us, it's going to be the Griffeys and the Jordans and, the Yeezys and, whatever else the LeBrons out there. But for the rest of the world, it's going to be the Monarchs and all the other, because that appeals to them. So, once again, they're able to keep these people in the doors beyond the collab, because people buying Monarchs ain't moved by Travis Scott.
Right. No, I mean it's like you said, it's all sales. It's the same thing we do in the beverage industry.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. A 2-liter we don't make no money off of that, but when there's a sale at a store for
you don't make money off pouring sugar and water.
Not out that big size of a bottle. The smaller bottle we do. But that's the thing is you don't make the money off of the bigger bottle. When there's a 3 for $5 sale or something like that, the store isn't making any money off of it. They're making their money off the 20-ounce bottle at the counter, at the register.
Right.
And that's where the money is made. It's to get you in the door. Then, like you said, you look for the brand. You're like, oh, shit, damn, that's cold right there. Let me go ahead and get that because I can drink that now on my way home while I got these 6 2-liters sitting in my car because I'm loading up.
And let me point this out, too, because this is another thing that doesn't get talked about often. And I know I'm going to sound, at the risk of sounding like a Nike fanboy, which I'm not, because y'all have heard. Anybody listen to the show?
You've been accused of being one plenty of times.
Y'all know I call them out when they do something crazy. But here's the thing. They are big into innovation. Think about how many different uses of air Nike has developed.
They've got the ISPA or whatever the subsect is where they're doing mixing features on shoes.
Yeah.
Remember they had that $500 Road Warrior thing?
Uh-huh.
Whether it made sense or not, they're definitely putting crazy shit together.
Right. And look at, even go, like they went from fly knit to battle knit to they're constantly innovating. Whereas once again, the biggest innovation Adidas had was Boost, and they didn't even own it,
Or Prime Knit.
which was a lesser form.
And the other thing didn't they have something with Continental Tire?
Hey, and
Where
then
they were putting, like,
Skechers.
the
had-
rubber
I
on there.
forgot,
yeah, they
some-
had that too. So.
And then Skechers was like, no, knit too.
But people don't put a lot of thought into that. Like one of the biggest stories last year was the Vaporfly X, or I forgot, or the next, or I forgot, but it was the running shoe.
The running shoe that
was giving
basically
everybody an
people-
advantage. Yeah,
people was cheating with.
people was breaking all types of records. Innovation, and so, and that's another thing Adidas did. They woke up a sleeping giant. See, so, everybody's talking all this shit about Nike. I'm like, y'all waking up a sleeping giant. You think Nike just gonna sit there and take it?
Right.
They're not gonna respond. Nike was slipping too, but they was doing better than everybody else, so they were still number one. However, they were slipping because they knew they can get away with it because they had no competition. Once Adidas gave them competition, it forced their hand to actually start doing shit. Every brand doesn't follow suit like that. This is why when they was talking about Master P buying Reebok and he was talking about, I'm gonna do this collab and that collab. That's not gonna bring Reebok back because you have to do something other than just collab people to death.
You gotta create something.
You have to innovate. You have to make product that people want beyond the collab.
I got it. What if they collab?
Wow.
What, Reebok and Nike?
No, I'm saying that's probably what's going on, like the Adidas marketing table after a talk like that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
Like-
be, yeah. But it's like you gotta put out some product. You gotta put out product that people want, and you gotta innovate. And beyond, Reebok is a different case too because if you're talking about leaving Adidas, you got you gotta come up with your own supply chains and distribution channels.
But the problem is,
That's
though,
just the least of your worries.
the problem is, though, it's kind of like what you said with The Rock having his deal with Under Armour.
The Rock's killing it. He's got tequila deals, a #1 TV show,
But
movie
that-
deals, and they still
But the Rock
can't-
Delta ain't doing shit.
But I'm saying, what's funny is that's the market that Under Armour, had they stayed in that market, it probably would be doing good in
Yeah.
it. But
Which
they
one?
Adidas.
What market?
training, like
Oh yeah, because they were
that's where they
That's
where
what
they
I
were
said.
heavy at.
Hey,
Well, Adidas, when they reached their peak, that was because they focused on performance.
Adidas needs to bring McFoley in and mass produce Mr. Sacco.
Oh, shit. That's a
I-
Stan Sock
I-
deal right there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why that hadn't happened yet. Stan socks, odd socks.
Stan Socks, you're welcome. But no, but that goes to the point though, because people, first of all, the Rock shoes ain't even that sweet. Nobody's wearing them out, unless you're going to the gym to train.
I like The Rock, and I looked at his shoes and I thought about it, and was like, I need a gym shoe, and I still decided no.
How much was the shoe though?
We didn't get that far.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but it was cheap,
And
though.
I'm
It's
a
probably
fan
like
and
$100
needed a
something.
gym shoe and was still like, this is
But like I
yeah.
said, when you as a brand, when you stay in your lane and you
Right.
stick to your niche, you're usually going to be good. Nike just has the benefit of performance is where their niche is at, but their shoes have taken on a life of their own outside of the performance realm.
You know, when it comes
So-
to performance, a lot of other sneakers have better reviews,
Oh yeah,
but they have better reviews.
especially
but-
in terms of running.
yeah, almost definitely.
But think about it. Nike has such that Nike is the name.
Forrest Gump wore Nikes.
He wore a Nike Cortez.
And sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah, I relate to Forrest.
Perception is reality sometimes. So
I mean, that's even so. Like even when I was working at the shoe store, you would get so many people like they're runners. They'll come into the store the first thing they're looking at is a Nike shoe. Why? For one, because we have a larger selection of Nikes than we have anything
And you
else.
know it's wild. A lot of these Nike running shoes, flash forward 10 years, and they call them lifestyle shoes because, turns out they're actually not built that well.
Exactly.
Remember the Prestos?
well, no, the
the
technology
the
advances too. Look at the Jordan 1 and the Jordan 35.
I was gonna say, look
That
at the,
Jordan 1's pretty classic.
look at the Converse Chuck Taylor.
Hey, still
That's
out
the
here, though.
original
I'm
hoop
saying
shoe.
though, but at that time though, that was like peak performance.
Yeah, when you have cardboard on your foot
Because they had the air. They had the air unit in
in
the
the Chuck
heel.
Taylor.
Oh no, not
I
the
was
Chuck
gonna
Taylor.
say.
Oh yeah, that was peak basketball performance for 50 years.
They probably had blisters.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's where it is. Like I said.
Well, that's Adidas' problem, though. We've said it before. Is Adidas has struggled now because they had the opportunity to have the lane of lifestyle,
Mhm.
And they've completely messed that up by oversaturating.
I mean,
with it.
they're hoping that Jerry Lorenzo's going to come in and be their Tinker Hatfield, and I'm like, I doubt it.
They're just gonna pay him way too much and have some hype and probably not make a ton of
Well,
money.
that's why
That's why the
ain't that
Jason
what I s-
Maiden. That's why the Jason Maiden thing is such a big deal, though.
What did I say?
Because you've got somebody in there that can actually design.
What did I say when that whole thing that I said I'm more psyched about the Jason Maiden
Yeah.
part of that deal than I was about the Jerry Lorenzo is going to be the marquee name that's going to get the attention, but Jason's going to be the guy behind it. He's going to be the Wilson Smith
They're
behind
gonna
the
throw.
Tinker Hatfield.
They're gonna throw neutral shades of brown and gray on all of the
Oh
shoes.
my God!
It's probably gonna have boost.
I mean, that's what else they going to put in it? I mean,
What
they're
else,
trying,
what
they're
else
trying to
can you
develop-
put in it?
They're trying to develop their own shit with the bounce and all this other shit, but it's not.
I mean, at this point in terms of footwear technology, I mean,
But here's
there's
the-
nothing else that you can.
But you know what the problem is? You know,
4D.
Oh,
you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is with it though? And this is why Tinker's a genius, is that with Air is so like aesthetically and functionally, there's so many different uses for it.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah.
remember when
that's
he
true.
when
he designed everything.
when he like showed the airbag and exposed it, like that's a cool feature because you can see through the shoe. Like now, and then you see the Air Maxes with the big heels on the 270s or the
Yeah.
720s. That looks cool. It's aesthetically, and in certain other instances, performance-wise, with the double stack zoom. Like there's so many different things. With the bounce or with the boost, it's kind of like you're kind of stuck in a
You
box.
can't do anything else with it.
Yeah,
You're stuck
there's
with
only
it.
so many uses you can do.
That's why. That's why I said like there's not really much unless they were able to develop like their own, somewhat I guess of an air unit.
Yeah.
But I mean, how would you be able to with all of the patents that Nike probably owns on?
Because even when they tried
tried
to put the boost in the basketball shoes, like you got to encapsulate it in certain areas.
yeah, they tried. It didn't
Yeah,
work,
and that
It
takes
doesn't
away
work.
from the
Hey,
aesthetic.
I mean, Reebok got creative with the pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
creative.
mean, they call it lightning in a bottle, but then.
But think about it. How they couldn't go any further with
Yeah.
it
You know,
because they tried to put that on so much stuff, and it was like, all right, this is nothing new anymore.
That's the thing. They
I
never
think-
advanced with it. And
I
that's
think it could properly be revamped, for lack of
no, it
better
could be,
words.
but that
what, the
requires.
pump?
Yeah.
But that goes back to what I said earlier: innovation.
I've owned one pair of Reeboks my whole life, and it was the A-Life tennis ball Reebok pumps.
Right, but you got to continue to innovate. That's why I brought up Nike. Reebok and Nike was going head to head in the 90s over the air technology. Nike continued to innovate. Reebok
got
got
it.
hype off the.
They need
The
they need
pump
to
and-
collab with Trophy Room.
Oh my god,
Back door. Marcus, what up?
they definitely not gonna
Just
see
call
no
them the
money.
Blue Lace pumps.
Oh my god, but that's the problem though. That is the problem. Like, so until brands solve,
A pump with Jeff Staple, that would work.
What color would it be?
I don't know, maybe gray with that little off right on a pigeon on the heel.
I'm telling you, man. If there was if
I want to be original with this one.
if Jeff Staples is if it ain't broke, don't fix it was a person.
And the problem is, I love the clothing. I like Staples clothing, like I genuinely do. But it's like the footwear. I just be
Hey,
like,
I'll cop Staple when it's like on sale or something.
yeah, that's usually when I get it.
I'm almost respect it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that aging star. Like, they try to sing the new shit. It's like, no, just sing the song that we all want to hear.
No, actually, because that's funny how you brought that up too. Because I seen somebody, I think it was Nice Kicks, had posted 16 years ago the pigeon dunk, and I'm like, oh my god, if I
Nice
gotta read
Kicks.
this again,
Nice Kicks, I'll say, for out of all their brands or articles or news sources, I think they're one of the best to kind of do it, and they go hand in hand with the store, and I just like how they put everything together.
Yeah, shout out to Matt. I like Matt.
sneaker news as well. I like sneaker news.
So,
Uh,
I mean,
So did you never watch? It was on NBC, and it only made it like 2 seasons, but it was called "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
Whoa.
What show is this?
And what they did is they brought like
Sound
an
like
80s one-hit wonder band or singer in, and they had to sing their hit song and then a song that was picked for them from today. And so they had like Tiffany that came in and did I Think We're Alone Now. Who was it? Loverboy did Working for the Weekend. But then had them sing like a current #1 song. And like the winner got like whoever was it that won that night got like $50,000 or something like that. But it was hilarious.
That's sad. They all competing for $50,000 when they were like hot.
Was Vanilla Ice on there? You know, that's his favorite.
I don't think he was.
You know,
Good old Rob Van Winkle.
was a bit-
Although I saw him at the I Love the 90s show, and he did the song.
There's a Vanilla Ice
hate
Blaze
Vanilla
recipe
Ice.
back in the day.
He probably has it.
Back then, no one cared.
Why would
about-
I have? Ooh,
You a fan?
he looked like Vanilla Ice.
I'll take it.
Today,
You like a
actually,
young
today
Vanilla
you
Ice.
do, yeah.
I got a haircut.
You look at this. Oh, there's a balcony over there too. I'm about to
Should I-
Suge Knight you.
Should I
Damn,
jump?
Suge.
Huh?
You don't even have to. I'll just jump.
Damn.
You feeling that
I thought
good?
you guys were
You feeling that good, aren't you?
Well, I thought you guys were complimenting me and just hit me what was going on.
Man, I we got off subject. It was something I was gonna bring up.
Hey, Caesar's gonna have an alternate to the Big Mac shoe. It'll be the Suge Knight special, all red.
Is this going
to be like this Horrible.
that random phone call that I got today? Dude,
Yo, Mike ain't on.
there was something I was going to talk to you about.
Yeah, Mike ain't on.
There was something I was going to talk to you about, and I can't remember. I get this random phone call from him this afternoon.
Oh yeah,
And he was like, dude, there was some shit. There was something, and you posted it, and I wanted to talk to you about it.
So
I
wait,
can't remember what it was.
you called him.
Okay, so that was part. Okay, so there was two parts to that phone call. One, that. Two, I was struggling to stay awake, and I'm like, yo, I need to talk to somebody. And I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna call Dave. So let me call Dave, and I completely forgot why.
So basically, he uses you, Dave.
I mean, I'm okay with it. Dude. I get weirder random phone calls. I assure you.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
I was like,
My favorites, and this still happens to this day, at least 3 times a weekend after 10 p.m. So either Friday or Saturday night after 10 p.m. I get a phone call from somebody either drunk or high as all hell.
Uh-oh.
Dunks.
Dude, how late you guys open?
Dunks.
We're already closed. Why?
Can I come talk sneakers?
Man,
again?
I got some fire. I got to lay down some tracks. Dude, we're not a music studio. We're a podcast studio. Well, what's that? We're a podcast studio. People come and do podcasts.
who's this, Dylon?
Well, that's just talking, right? Yeah. Well, that's all I'm gonna do. No, and not only no, but hell no. Every week it
Wow.
happens.
Hey, Dunks, man.
Wow.
Stop calling, man.
Sorry.
My man said I got the hot fire. He calling you at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Dylan.
Got that hot fire for you. Man, I don't know.
Let's talk about the Jordan 4 Topes.
Why?
Because
Is there anything
they
to talk
released
about?
on my birthday, and I'm just trying to transition into that. Give myself a little shout out.
Okay, go ahead and give yourself a shout out.
Happy birthday, Dunks.
Dog, that was so sad. That was so
He
sad to
just
watch.
wants to go back and listen to
To
it.
hear somebody say in third person, "Happy birthday." It was almost sad. It was almost like nobody's gonna say this, so I have to say it to myself.
I mean, nobody will.
That
Who
is
will?
sad, bro. Like,
After this, I'm not even going to listen to this fucking episode now.
that was depressing. I'm sad now. Dog. I just want to hug.
You should have opened with that.
Hindsight's
Get out the way.
2020, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to go home and hug my daughter now. Like, it's just
Hey,
sad.
you can get my fucking trophy while you're at it.
I'm empty the pencils out.
It's my goddamn birthday.
You might need to
Dog.
clean it. You gonna send it to him with the pencil shavings in it?
Sheesh.
Treat
I
that
mean, I can let him
passionate.
take a picture with the belt if you think it'll make him happy.
Dude.
You got 2 of them. Use the
You
pink
should.
belt.
Yeah.
I,
Make it
I
the
got a
women's
replica
championship.
autographed by Stone Cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I met him with my mom. She didn't know better. She was raising her eyebrow like The Rock for a picture.
Oh my goodness. But it was the pain in your face as you said, "Happy birthday, Dunks."
As he
man.
continues to drink his life away.
I know.
Thank you to all the listeners. Also wishing me a happy birthday. I can feel it.
Man, how old you turning?
32. Feeling like 56.
I feel you.
Fucking back hurts.
Yeah, 30s is when you start to feel like everything.
I was gonna say I usually get tired around 8 p.m.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You read the newspaper too?
You said he wakes up and does crosswords.
Sudoku.
Dude, got to watch 60 Minutes.
No,
You know.
I'll wake up early in the morning and watch 700 Club.
Oh, God.
Oh.
The look on his face.
I know, because my grandmother used to watch that and TBN and all the other televangelists.
So you were out too late. Well, you either out too late or you're up too early if there's church on TV.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that's period.
Oh my God. And it was like that lady with the purple hair. I don't know which station
They
it was.
all had purple hair.
But man, I'm just sitting there like, bro, I'm just. I cannot picture anything more boring than church on TV.
The Lord wants you to help me get a new satellite
Dude,
dish.
it's like
That's usually how it go too.
it's like TED Talk with no personality. It's like God, like as a kid, it's like
Wonder Bread talk. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
like how do you?
I've turned the channel and was like, Gentiles really watch this shit?
Wow.
I was like, Jews don't do
This
this.
motherfucker said Gentiles. I have never heard the word Gentile used outside of a church. That is crazy,
I mean, this is Jew talk.
dog.
Hey, that'll be my next show.
No. Oh wow.
Hey, watch us get all these sponsorships if I can knock it out the park.
Oh my goodness.
He gonna be sponsored by whoever makes matzo balls.
Yeah, kosher delis and
Yeah.
I'll take it.
man, that is ridiculous.
Have corned beef egg rolls catered.
Hey, there we go. I'll show up for that.
Slam.
Dunk.
I can't stand y'all.
But yeah, so back to my birthday. We got the Jordan 4 Topes dropping. We got the Yeezy 350 Ash Blues. And we got two
That shit-
Blazers dropping. What is it? The Ready something collab?
Is this your way of like indirectly asking people to hook you up
I was
with?
gonna say-
Just DM me a little birthday cake emoji or what up?
Oh man,
Jesus.
why don't you put your Cash App out there? Maybe they'll send you some money.
Cash App at Dunks and Jordans.
I think we need to start a GoFundMe, like
We should.
for shoes and therapy.
No, yeah, pity. Dunks is pity.
A pity drive for dunks.
Hopefully Dunks will start getting paid for his contributions, and I won't need to beg for money on the show.
Oh my goodness. Just like a Jew to bring up money.
No, I feel like see that's where you should have just come back with you're getting paid exactly what you're worth.
Damn.
That's even harder. That's worse than what I said. That is worse than what I said.
Damn.
And I already know somebody's gonna listen to this show. I'm like, oh, those guys are racist. Cancel them.
I was gonna say, was it Dill's gonna
Like,
leave?
cancel
I mean,
us.
apparently they're
Dill's gonna leave another comment.
Bro, I don't fuck with Dill anymore.
Oh, what?
What?
What happened?
And Dill cold shouldered me, so I'm not really. We were working for some of the same people, and he's got an attitude. So I was like, you don't like me, whatever.
Whoa, what happened?
Remember Dill?
Yeah, that told on himself.
Yeah.
We just haven't been seeing eye to eye.
I mean,
I'll only tolerate. I put up with a lot of shit in the sneaker community. And it takes a lot for me to like not really want to fuck with you.
Damn.
I will agree to that.
Damn, Dunks. Damn, Slam.
Grand Slam Dunks.
Wow.
I wish him the best. I'm sure we'll cross paths again one day.
Man, oh God, I've never heard anybody self-incriminate themselves.
As badly?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty. That was pretty
like,
terrible.
What are you doing? Stop talking. Speaking of which, this week in Stupid, let's see, a Worcester duo arrested for sneaker robbery.
Worcester.
It says Westchester.
Oh, Westchester. I'm sorry, I thought you said Worcester. So I was
Oh,
because there's a town
might have.
there's a town in Massachusetts that looks like Worcester, but it's Worcester. So I was trying to be
I think this is in New
That
York.
accent is wild.
Worcester.
The Boston
Yeah,
accent.
I thought it was Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcester?
Worcester.
I'm going to the garden.
Got a pack
Park the car.
in Harvard Yard for a quarter.
Yeah. Say chowder. Chowder. I love that scene in The Simpsons. It's like, say chowder. It's like, chowder. An article written by Brendan King for SneakerShopTalk.com, a pair of Westchester males were arrested recently for allegedly robbing a man of his pair of sneakers. According to police chief David Dozen, the Hudson PD received a call from a Brooklyn resident who indicated that he was in the parking lot of the Andrews home completing an arranged meeting with two individuals regarding the sale of a high-end sneaker valued at $4,000. Dog, come on, bruh.
$4,000.
Come on, bruh.
What shoe you think it was, Dunks? Four Gs?
On Nike Kanye.
I thought it'd be going for more than that.
Oh, that's just my first instinct.
4,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like $4,000.
It
sound like
could
a
be
fragment or
those
something.
yellow Fear of Gods that were Complex Con exclusive. If anyone's listening, I have a size 11 available for $4,500.
Those are ugly. I'm sorry. I like that shoe too.
No, I was trying
That
to slip
yellow
that
didn't
in
do it
there.
no favors.
Plug.
Got it from the plug, Gino himself.
Man, good looking.
Why? Okay, you got okay. So the $4,000 pair of sneakers that you're selling in the parking lot, dog.
Well, I thought you said it was in the lot of his home.
Yeah,
Isn't that what you said?
yeah.
Yeah. So, parking lot of his home, so that means he lives in a
I don't even
subdivision.
care though. Like $4,000, man. Like, nah, we gotta do that officially. We gotta be somewhere. That's a pretty big transaction, bro.
You got to have a counterfeit money marker. You got to sit there and count it.
What the hell with that? You gotta send me half first, so I know you for real.
I don't know, man. 4 G's. I
We
ain't
gotta
saying
sign.
it's
We
a
gotta.
lot, but it's
We gotta
enough to
sign
get-
off on some paperwork and everything.
It's enough to make me want to fight you. Some people, it's enough to make them want to kill you over it. So,
$4,000?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Depending on the people you talking to. I mean, you don't know these people.
it's a
I mean,
decent
maybe he
amount of
does.
money. Decent.
Maybe he does.
I love that Dunks talks. He's like out there capping people.
I know. Yeah, I know.
From the-
mean streets of
The
Franklin.
rough streets of
Franklin.
Auburn Hills and up.
Franklin. Oh my
Main streets
God.
of
Yeah.
Franklin and Birmingham.
Man.
Ah,
They produce the craziest cats out there.
they
Yup,
do.
yup.
The Franklin Cider Mill.
Maple and Woodward.
Too much privilege. and
No, I was
joy.
gonna say like anything.
Yeah, meet me at the cider mill.
Jesus. I don't tell you can't get no whiter than that area.
Well, unless he said meet him at the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, I'm saying.
It's next door.
Meet me at the coffee house.
I used to work at that coffee house.
Oh
I
my
got
God.
fired
I
after
believe you, too.
29 days.
Oh my-
What did you do?
What?
We'll talk about that another episode.
All right. Segue.
We can only. I'm not going to slander myself on the show.
Right. Let's add to our This Week in Stupid segment.
You drop some
Shout
eye
out
drops.
Farmhouse.
You drop some eye drops in somebody's coffee.
No.
That hasn't worked in a long, long time.
Oh,
Really?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Visine took the ingredient.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh man. Sucks.
there were a few lawsuits. Go figure.
Upon arrival at the predetermined location, the seller allowed the individuals to inspect the sneakers. It was at that point that the seller was punched in the head by one of the robbers while the other one took the sneakers. Officers who arrived on the scene reported that the duo fled the area in a dark color SUV. Initial canvassing of the immediate area came up empty, but during a subsequent investigation with help from the Greenbird Drug and Alcohol Task Force and the Yonkers PD, the two suspects, 22-year-old David Delinsky and 23-year-old Jeffrey Ramilo Santos, I'm going to guess that he is Italian. No, he's something else. Were apprehended and charged with robbery and grand larceny.
Let's just offend everyone we possibly can.
I was
I
gonna
can.
say, why he gotta be anything? He can't just be a person.
Nope. How about thief? David was released.
I think that's clear.
Yeah. David was released and turned over to the Yonkers police on other charges while Jeffrey was somehow released without bail. Somebody snitched.
Duh.
Like one guy gets to go home. Like
Yeah, and the other guy he got to
and all of
stick
a
around
sudden,
for other
yeah,
charges.
Other charges. Yeah.
Man, look,
yeah.
I know he done did this, and this, and this.
I know
and
where the
this.
body's at. So yeah.
Go
That's
check
all
his
that.
crib.
Man. But I mean,
Or his whip.
Right? Yeah, there you go.
why are we still meeting people that we don't know in dark areas to sell sneakers of any
Yeah,
kind?
why would you not do it like in a police department parking lot?
This should be a commercial for StockX.
Why?
You get robbed, mugged in the alley. Use StockX next time.
Shit, they robbed and mud you when they let your shit get hacked. I mean, shit. What's the difference?
I was
Like
gonna say, you
cyber
don't-
robbery and
Yeah,
robbery.
exactly.
One does it to your face.
One won't hurt as bad physically.
Like, hey, there goes the invite. There goes another one. Yeah, just keep digging that hole with StockX. Thieving twosome steals sneakers and threatens employee with knife. An article written by Brendan King for SneakerShopTalk.com. An
You
employee,
got to be on drugs to be robbing people with a knife.
Yeah, it just that seems so inefficient. Like really, like, that's not a knife.
Unless you.
Anytime I hear knife, I just that one clip plays in my head. This is a knife.
That's not a knife.
What was that? Crocodile Dundee?
Crocodile
Yeah.
Dundee.
You know they're gonna remake that at some point.
With who in it?
No, that's already in the works. They've already announced that Paul Hogan is coming back and
Really?
doing another.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
I don't want to see his
Wait,
old
he's
ass.
still
with-
alive?
yeah.
Oh wow.
I thought they was gonna remake it like with somebody else.
Yeah, like Wolverine. What's the dude that played Wolverine?
Hugh
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. I mean,
I
he's
think-
the only.
Oh, that's
I think
racist.
Hugh Jackman.
What?
is-
He's on.
Like he's the only
I think-
Australian
I think
actor.
he's
That's
older
what I
than
know.
Paul Hogan.
No, Daniel
Jesus.
Craig, the James Bond.
Yeah.
I think he'd be good.
Also,
Actually, yeah.
probably older
It'd be-
than Paul Hogan.
Really?
Yeah.
It'd be hard to see him just not kill everybody in the movie. Like, he'd actually be funny. Daniel Craig.
Oh no, he's actually pretty funny. What was that? Knives Out. He was pretty funny in.
Yeah, but he's such a killer.
I'm about to go home and watch Layer Cake.
Shit, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something about
Knives, robberies, sneakers,
remakes.
Crocodile Dundee.
Down Under.
I can't remember. Oh, real. Well, let me finish this story because I was gonna say. I think I was gonna say something.
What was their beer that they always used to?
Foster's.
No.
Australian for beer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, shout out Sneakle, our homies.
Oh, anybody watch The Office?
And I was wrong. Paul Hogan is 30 years older than Hugh Jackman. So.
I was gonna say, like, Jesus, he was like 50 in the 80s. Anybody seen The Office? Anybody watch The Office?
Like the original one or the U.S. one?
The U.S. one.
Yeah.
It was Kevin, like the Dingo Babies.
Oh, that was from the dingo ate my baby.
Yeah. Shit. Was that not Glenn Close, but
No, it was
That was Prada chick.
Shit. I gotta look.
I keep wanting to say Glenn Close. I know it's not her though. It's the chick from Devil Wears Prada.
Glenn Close.
No, not Glenn Close.
It was Glenn Close.
No, that was not Glenn Close.
What old blonde white lady? What was it then?
There's only one blonde white lady in Hollywood.
Yeah, Glenn Close.
Man. She's not even blind. She's only blind because she
He's gonna
dies.
say it. It's gonna be so obvious. Dingo babies.
She said Devil Wears Prada.
Hey, you remember when?
So I mean, the line was used in Tropic Thunder.
Hey,
Oh,
so
was it?
I'm gonna tie it to this. So while we're on Australia and Dingo, you remember what the Ultimate Warrior was before the Ultimate Warrior?
Not a clue in the world.
He was
The Dingo Warrior.
Dingo
Oh,
Warrior.
yeah.
And then they realized he wasn't Australian.
Oh, Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
That's the other old
Yeah.
white-haired lady in Hollywood. It's only two of them.
Anyway, an employee at a DSW in Columbia, Maryland.
That's why I was thinking.
So
DSW.
in the 2000 movie 28 Days, and what were you doing watching the movie 28 Days? Sandra Bullock references the line when Meryl Streep says, "A dingo ate my baby."
No,
Or
I
stole my baby.
I've never seen that movie. I said I got it from The Office,
Mm-hmm.
and actually,
No, so it actually comes from, it's like a real 1980s case.
no, I never seen the movie. It's a real case that really happened.
Yeah.
I never seen the movie with Meryl Streep in it. The only reason I even know about the movie is because of Drew. Drew and Mark would always bring it up on the show, and then Kevin from The Office.
Yeah.
He was going around saying it, and I picked up on the reference, and it was funny. Anyway, it's enough of making fun of Australia.
I've seen Devil Wears Prada once.
That might be the most dangerous place to live on this planet. Jesus,
What,
they got
Australia?
Oh, dude, everything in Australia wants to kill you.
I know. I was like, God, it's like Jumanji.
Like, people think koalas
It's
are
like
like
Jumanji.
It
people think
is.
koalas are like these cute little animals.
No, they'll kill you.
But no, like the eucalyptus leaves, they said like that's their weed. Like that, like if you
why
keep
they
a koala
hide.
bear, if you keep a koala bear away from eucalyptus, they will rip your face off, like and eat you.
I believe it.
That's my spirit animal.
Oh my God,
Cute,
And then-
cuddly, and vicious.
And then you got those kangaroos that look like they on steroids.
man.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
They get some jacked kangaroos out
Like,
of there.
for real.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? Okay, now it hit me. We was talking about remakes and shit. The one movie they could never remake.
Kangaroo Jack.
No,
Porkies.
no, they can remake that.
No, it would never fly in today's society ever. You could never remake that movie. Go back and watch it again and tell me they could remake that
you
movie.
know what? We know how it goes though. The counterculture always makes a comeback.
Right.
I will. Nope. Roger Rabbit.
That is one of those movies that there's been this ongoing discussion of them doing a TV series.
Why?
Really?
And dude, are you shitting me? Like
No, just leave the movie alone.
Oh, but that was so far ahead of its time, and
It
it was
was.
so
It
That's
good.
still
why I
works.
appreciate it.
I watched it the other day with my daughter. I'm
It's
like,
so
yo,
good.
this is still good.
I made my kids watch it, and they
I
freaking
love
loved it.
that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I love Jessica
That is
Rabbit.
such a great movie, and like the fact that they hand drew
About to take
everything
acid
Uh-huh.
and watch it.
was crazy.
Well, and just
Probably
from a
perfect.
technical standpoint, like the agreements that they had to work out with
Man.
Warner Brothers and Disney and everybody else, all of the characters literally had to have the
same
exact
amount of-
same amount of screen time,
Yep.
like down to
and
the
the same
second.
talent. That's why
Yep.
Daffy Duck
And Donald Duck, yep.
played the piano. I think the only people they couldn't get was Popeye and
Yeah.
So it was somebody else I can't remember.
That's one of the best movies ever.
Man, I love that movie. movie. That movie is so underappreciated. I swear. Anyway, there was something else I was going.
Now that should get a collab. Didn't they do a collab? Converse do a Who Framed Roger Rabbit collab?
I don't know. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was like great, man. I love that. They tried to make a sequel, but it never panned out.
Yeah, no, like I said, leave the movie alone. Like, let the movie.
Well, some movies need to be left alone. Like, I don't need to remake everything.
The Mask with Jim Carrey.
No, that can go in the trash can.
Bro.
What?
Like, looking back on it, that movie was horrible.
That movie was horrible. Jim
I can't.
Carrey.
I'm not listening.
Jim Carrey carried that. Like, I'll watch it just for Jim
listen to
Carrey.
half things.
That's it. Let's be real about that, though. That's what, Cameron Diaz with her original face?
Damn. That shit was what, like 21, 22?
Yeah, she was.
When she did that? Yeah.
That was her first movie, wasn't it?
Was
yeah.
it? Sheesh. She looked young as hell in that movie.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
It
Didn't they make a sequel to that? Son of the Mask or something?
They didn't.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Steve Carell from The Office.
No, it was with the.
Wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Steve Carell. It was the. What's the
think
guy
it was-
that had that show on the WB, the Experiment? The Jimmy Kennedy.
I thought it was.
No, it's Jimmy Kennedy.
We gotta look that one up.
That movie was
that's
so
not right.
garbage. Jimmy Kennedy remade that. That's another movie that can't be remade. Dumb and Dumber.
They did remake
No,
it.
they did a sequel
No, they.
and a prequel.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe it
Yeah,
was a
Jamie
prequel I'm
Kennedy.
thinking of,
God,
yeah.
why did I think that was Steve Carell?
I know, man. Steve Carell rolling over in his grave right now.
Steve Carell's not.
I know. That's amazing. But no,
But that's
like
like
some
they
movies you
can't.
just like The Godfather. I wish they would try to remake that.
Why would they?
Don't look.
No, why would they?
Don't
They're
tell-
making a movie. This I've been bitching about this shit for 2 years now, and they're
What?
almost done with it. They're making a movie called Scarface. You know what it has to do with?
Oh yeah.
You know what it has to do with? It's got nothing to do with Cuba or Florida
What's it
or the
supposed to be
80s.
about?
It's about
Time out.
booze runners in the
The original Scarface was about
Chicago.
The-
Was still about
the Al Pa-
gangsters.
The Al Pacino Scarface completely went sideways from the original. So they're probably trying to do that.
Okay, yeah, but that's
Prohibition, the Kennedys,
so the old. But that's the thing. The OG Scarface,
Purple
like
Gang?
nobody cared about.
when Jews
He
were
died
running
like a
shit.
punk in that first movie too. The bullet ricocheted.
I'm talking about the black and
Yeah,
white.
no, yeah, the black and white.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
'Cause he had that steel curtain.
Yep.
For his windows and shit.
But no, I mean, dude, I'm sorry, the '80s one, like that's a pop culture mainstay.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that is
That's
a
a-
movie that is
yeah,
referenced
cult
by
classic.
a lot of other movies.
That movie is.
So yeah, to make another Scarface, and it's about like 20s booze runners in California. Like, call it something else. Don't piss me off. Like, why? Like, other than to piss me off, why are you calling it Scarface?
I mean,
I
we
agree.
can go down that rabbit hole. I hope they never try and remake The Untouchables. Like, you don't touch that. No, there's no point.
Tombstone's another one.
Oh yeah, definitely don't.
Val
leave it
Kilmer's
alone.
character, man, nobody can play that character but Val Kilmer. I
Apparently,
swear
they're
to
coming
God.
up. They're coming out with Young Guns 3.
Man, come on.
They're
stop
working
it,
it.
bro.
On relevant sneaker news, there's another black, white, and red.
Yeah,
You want to
so
talk
what
about
they-
sneakers? How dare you?
They're teasing another black, white, and red high top Jordan 1 colorway.
Oh my God.
What can it be? Black toe? Can it be Chicago? Can it be bread?
No, they did that. It was the trophy room.
Oh, right. Well, there's another coming. And last time, about a year ago, I was like, no, it's gonna be breads. I know it was that bullshit black with red and like the piping or something.
Then maybe they'll do the Scarface Jordan 1 again.
Man, if they do, I'm telling you, if they
Like how they did
Scarface
with
Air
the-
Force One.
No, like how they did. What was that? The homage to
yeah,
home.
yeah. Honestly, I didn't like those. I like the Scarface Air Force Ones, and I even
Tomorrow
like the
that
Halloween
split,
ones.
yeah, I didn't like those either. That was,
Yeah.
man.
I wore the Scarface Air Force Ones to my prom in high school.
Oh my goodness.
You thought you were the shit, huh?
He did.
I know. I'll bring you guys pictures. It was dope.
Oh my God.
Yeah, literally, it's probably some. dope
Anyway, let
for
me
it.
get to the story. Play at DSW in Columbia, Maryland. Saw two females. Me too. Still in good pair of shoes.
Chicks steal, too.
Yeah, I know. Women are just as good as men as committing crimes. When the employee confronted them on, let me read that again. When the employee confronted them, one of the ladies pulled out a knife and threatened him before running off with the footwear. She pulled out a knife. What's up with the people using knives in these stories?
She was probably old.
Was she Australian too?
Well, but
That's not
from a
wrong.
practical perspective, you pull out a gun, that's an additional felony charge. You pull out a knife under a certain length, it's still a misdemeanor.
I highly doubt she put that much thought into it.
Well, dude, there's that's
She was
that's
white.
something, like that's something people
How you know
talk
she
about.
was white?
She was white.
Racist.
If you're pulling out a knife, you're probably white and smoking meth. Yeah,
There's some crackheads out there doing some crackhead shit.
I won't argue that.
Yeah. The alleged thieves were identified as 2 black queens. Queens. It's Black History Month, so I put Queens in there.
I was like, there is no way that an actual news article.
No.
I was about to send Brandon
Shout out
King
to
a
my
DM.
black queens out there.
I was gonna send Brandon King a DM and be like, "Really? You gonna call him queen?"
If this is any other month outside of February, like 2 black females, but no, it's Black History Month. I gotta show love.
It was light skin.
2 black queens, both with medium builds. I don't know why they added that in there. I feel like that's just a subtle way of calling them fat or chubby. One was wearing a green jacket with black pants, while the other was wearing a pink shirt, black jacket, and yoga pants.
Trying to be seen.
Dog, why do fat people wear stretch pants, dog? It's like,
Because they need something to stretch.
Dog, but it's
I don't
like,
even want to
dog, we
comment
wants
on this.
see
It's
that.
going to get turned into Dunk's jokes.
No one. Why?
How?
Well, my opinion,
think
why
fat
do fat girls wear the yoga pants? Because it kind of like holds it all together.
Oh boy.
And they need some stretchy material, right? Yeah.
As the layers of spandex come off, you realize what you're really dealing with.
I just feel like
That's a lot of flesh.
I just feel
That's
like
gotta
her
get
taking
covered.
off the spandex is like opening up the plastic on like spoiled meat. Like that aroma just probably just permeates.
Oh,
I mean, I was gonna go with those memory foam mattresses that show up all compressed, and then
there's another
But
one.
he's over here buying meat at the Dollar General.
No one was harmed in the theft in the
You
investigation.
buying Dollar Tree steaks?
Hell no. What you talking about? First of all, I don't cook my own steaks, bro. I go to the steak house.
Yeah, now because they're open back up.
Hey,
real
well,
quick.
Your co-hosts like me and Gino probably are at home cooking
Steak-ums.
hamburgers.
Right.
Ooh, you
Ramen
think
noodles and hot dogs. cut up.
Hamburgers on a good day.
Speaking of which, I went to.
Angus burgers on a good
Have you
day.
been to Yoshi's Hibachi Grill?
Yoshi's?
Yeah.
No, I've never been to Yoshi's.
Dog,
Wait.
yes.
Yeah, that's the one that isn't there a Yoshi's inside of Great Lakes Crossing? Or there was
I don't even
one?
know, but they got like at least 5 different locations, both west and east.
I want to say I probably have.
On point, bro. Worth
So
it.
now that's the new one. Is
That's the new spot, bro. You don't feel like going to Benihana and waiting in line for like an hour?
It's that influencer life.
All right.
I'm just saying.
You get to walk through the kitchen to get in, walk through the back door.
All right, so we got like 10 minutes left. So I can either read another story or we can try to figure out what's going to happen on WandaVision for the finale.
I already read all of the spoilers.
I read some of the spoilers too. I just want to see what y'all thought.
I read all.
Spoiler alert!
Why would you do that?
Spoiler alert.
Huh?
What?
Why would I never understood people that like wanted to have shit ruined for them? Why?
like
Because
when
it
you buy a
doesn't. It
book.
doesn't.
It doesn't ruin it for me at all.
Because I'm still gonna watch it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
Did you go see Titanic?
No, the boat sinks.
I know, but did you go see the movie?
No,
Yes, you did.
no, I didn't.
yeah, you did. Because that bitch killed Jack.
No, to this day I
She
have
didn't
never.
kill
No,
him. Like,
to
she
this
did
day I.
kill
have,
She let him die.
No, she killed.
I mean,
him.
I saw the clip and there was more than there was so much room on
I
that
know,
piece of
yeah.
wood. He could have got
That's
up there.
Hey,
Like,
the worst is when
Skank.
the worst is when they let that senile bitch go back and throw that diamond in the ocean.
yeah, no, honestly, I've never seen it.
That could have paid for your kid's college.
I would have looked like an Olympic gold swimmer. I would have jumped in that water so fast.
Been like a
Hey,
Peruvian
like-
cliff diver.
Probably would have threw her in there with him.
Hey, that would have been
Yes.
Titanic Part 2 right there.
Yeah, no,
Perfect
literally.
form.
Yeah, no, literally. I never saw it just out of spite.
Man, really?
Really.
Okay, well.
It was a 2-part
So you
VHS.
still never saw
Yeah, it is.
I remember, like, I've never seen a 2-part VHS before.
Scarface.
10 Commandments.
Oh, maybe.
That's one.
Roots.
Yeah, oh my God, that's 7.
That's like an 8-part.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that's like
bruh.
that's a VHS set.
And you gonna be watching
And-
Roots
and-
all
Yeah.
Hey, look,
day.
and don't go to the one tape and it ain't rewound all the way. No,
No, hold on. Wasn't 10 Commandments was 3 parts, wasn't it?
no, it's 2.
No, it's 2.
It was 2.
Yeah.
There's something that's 3
I actually
parts.
like the 10 Commandments though.
Star
Like, that's
Wars.
one I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, in one movie.
That's another movie they probably would never remake either.
What?
That was just too. It's too grand.
The Ten Commandments.
So, and that's I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago we had that conversation that like if you look back at a lot of the old, dude, like even Cannonball Run,
Yeah.
like look at the cast that was in the Cannonball Run,
Yeah,
and you
John
are
Candy,
like you don't get an on. I mean, yeah, you got like the whatever the hell the Untouchables or whatever, not the Untouchables, the one with like Schwarzenegger and Stallone and
Oh, the Expendables.
yeah. But like the ensemble cast movies like used to be a big thing, and like there were a lot of them, and you don't see that anymore.
Too much money, man.
Well, and that's right because everybody wants $20 million. Everybody wants $20 million. Yeah.
But
Arnold can't even act.
I was gonna say the last movie that kind of felt like that was like Tropic Thunder. Honestly, yeah, because it's like you had.
I mean, Marvel movies are essentially that though.
Well, but so it's the thing. Like you can go back.
True.
Like you might go back 10, 15 years later and be like, oh shit, look at all the people that were in that movie.
But that's before
Like,
they blew up. Though.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, but you don't get them when they're because, dude, like I said, Cannonball Run. You got Roger Moore while he's James Bond. You got Dean Martin. You got Sammy Davis Jr. You got Dom DeLuise, Burt Reynolds, Farrah Fawcett. I mean, it's crazy when you look at that cast.
Sounds like a lot of coke and sex.
Oh, speaking
Oh,
of
I'm sure the after parties were
Oh
fucking
my
amazing.
God, yeah, the rap party. Real quick, Superman and Lois. That show, I'm hooked. Like I never really liked CW shows because it's all cheesy and corny. This show, and it probably has because it has HBO money behind it.
Mm.
So that changes. So they actually have a budget but it was pretty good. But WandaVision. First of all,
so the last couple episodes are an hour, right?
That's allegedly because I thought last week was going to be an hour.
No, I thought they said the last two. So
Okay.
yeah.
And what's funny to me is because somebody was like the top 3 villains of Marvel are number 3 was Loki, number 2 was Thanos, and then number 1 was that Please Stand By as it goes to the credits at the end of every episode.
Nice.
Magneto.
Man, no.
Well, and that was funny, and this was the first time they put an end credit scene in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which threw me off. Cause
I remember being
Dude,
oh,
if I
it's 10
hadn't
minutes
seen,
left.
if I hadn't seen somebody post about it on Facebook, I wouldn't have watched it.
My
I've been a
brother
sucker.
my
I've been
brother had
watching
to
it
tell
through
me.
the whole time.
I wouldn't do it. After I did it the first time, I was like, oh, fuck, they got me.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not about to watch
I'm
this.
like, they can't have 7 minutes of credits,
Man, bullshit.
but they can.
Yeah.
And don't call me
Oh, I got-
Shirley. Yeah.
I got 10 minutes of show left, and then it's like, I'm like, come on, man. No, I hate that fact because you get so sucked up into it.
And it ends so, it feels like it ends so early.
It does, man, that 30 minutes flies by.
Well, I mean, so obviously they're leading, and I actually went back over the weekend and watched Infinity War and Endgame again, and then I watched. Have you caught the little Legends vignettes that they did?
No.
Watch those; those are good. Like those are actually like
Yeah, because they did the
Scarlet Witch and Vision,
Yeah.
and they're only 8 minutes long, but like it's a good like in-depth character analysis,
Right.
which makes WandaVision make a little more sense. And then, like I said, I went back and watched the 2 movies. I am curious because obviously the premise, like this whole thing of WandaVision, is leading into the second Doctor Strange movie.
Right.
So
Which
I mean,
can't wait for that.
I can't wait for that.
well, and they kind of, I thought it was kind of cute, like with the the commercials are really referencing the Infinity Stones. Now you've got this last commercial in the 7th episode that talks about Nexus because Scarlet Witch is one of the quote unquote Nexus characters in the universe. So I'm curious to see where they go, and more importantly, because they've dipped their toe in the multiverse thing with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which I still think is one of the best movies they've done, and I can't tell you how.
I'm not even gonna say they dipped their toe. They showed their hand.
Yeah, and so I'm
How?
well,
Because they announced the cast, so you know who all
Oh,
are.
well,
yeah.
no, they're not going to be in it, though.
oh no, I'm talking about the Into the Spider-Verse movie where like they went.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, no, they are supposed to be in it.
No, they're not.
They're not.
No.
Since when?
They just, like the other day, what's his face? Tom Holland said he's not going to be in it.
Everything I keep pulling up still shows that Andrew Garfield and Tobey
Yeah, they're
Maguire
all-
are
yeah, they're
in
all
the
gonna be
movie.
He said
showing
they
up.
weren't, so maybe he's
Yeah.
joking it.
Well, I mean, maybe it's the first time that he's actually keeping his mouth shut about something because that's always been a running joke.
Or that I was gonna say that's his way of.
That's his head fake, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so I mean, it's I'm curious to see what they do because, like I said, I the whole multiverse concept, because I mean you have to do something. And like,
Well,
okay, so
technically that's Sony though.
you ran 19 movies. Well, yes and no, but they're getting the rights back.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of like they're biding their time, waiting to see what happens.
Oh, Sony's giving them the rights back.
Kind of like, well, I think they're in negotiations to buy them back.
Oh,
You know, so it's kind of like you know, like the X-Men. Okay, well, we're gonna go off in this direction. Oh, wait, we got the rights to that back. All right, let's make the X-Men a thing again. So I'm curious to see what they do with it, because I think.
What wants to tell you?
Well, make it suck less. Like, stop making goddamn Dark Phoenix movies. That'd be great.
No, I thought you wanted to know about WandaVision.
Oh, no, because I'm going to sit there. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and watch it. I'm not one of those crazy-ass people that, like, stays up till 4 in the morning to watch
3
it.
o'clock
But-
on the dot, I'm there.
Oh, hell no.
Well, you'll
Yup.
be at work.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
Nah, I'll be asleep.
Nah, I
So
watch that
don't
shit.
call me at 3:30 wanting to talk about it.
He
I
will.
am.
I was gonna say, he
Hey,
will.
Dave, oh my God, you missed it.
But no, I mean, I do. I think they've done, and if I was actually having this conversation with one of the show hosts earlier today, that the thing that's weird to me is like it has, like, people have forgotten what TV was up until a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like, number one, like you used to have to always wait a week to get a next episode.
And I'm so glad they did that.
Like,
man.
and it's not even the first time they did it. They did it with Mandalorian.
Nope.
So I mean, who like this? This isn't like a new thing that they're doing.
People are like used to watching Stranger Things where they dropped the whole season.
Okay,
and, like,
but then I was like, okay, you know what? You know what I did New Year's Day? I binged Cobra Kai. I watched all 10 episodes, and you know what? Now I'm sad because now I have no more Cobra Kai, and I got to wait another goddamn year for them to produce another
but
season.
at the same time too, and at the same
And
time
it keeps
too,
happening, bro. I can't control. I can't stop myself.
but it gives the show longevity, I think, to do it this way, because when you watch Cobra Kai, like you said, you watch it in a couple of days, and then nobody's talking about it no more.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
You're over it.
Well, and the other thing people forget is, okay, so this is going to be what, 9 episodes? Dude, I went back and watched the X-Files not too long ago. Remember when a season of a show was like 22, 24, 26 episodes?
Yeah.
Felt forever.
Like, but I'm like, that's the thing. You like, I get why they can't do that, because holy crap, the production value on like a WandaVision or a Mandalorian.
Yeah, because I think they said the to produce the entirety of the show basically costs more than the production, or just along the same cost of the production of the movie.
Well, I mean, it would, because I mean, you think about it. So you're talking about 6 hours of content over the span of WandaVision,
right.
and so which was the other reason why I think these last 2 are going to be the hour-long episodes, because they specifically said 6-something hours of content.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you're basically making You're making
Movies.
Infinity War and Endgame every series. And
It
so
is
think
worth
how
it,
much
though.
money went into that, and they look, they're visually stunning. Like they look like you're making those movies.
It
They
doesn't
don't.
feel like a TV show.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going back to the Superman and Lois thing. Like, it doesn't feel like a TV show. It feels like a movie. It's in that same category that you just described. But with WandaVision, the thing I like about it is it's funny because, like, I remember when it first came out and they released the first 2 episodes, we were like, oh, what is this? It's too slow. And I'm like, first of all, it's telling a story. Like, it's building up a story so that there's this payoff, right? Like, yes, you're not going to see Thanos and everybody fight in the first episode. You know why? Because that's not how it works. And I love the fact that it was a homage to TV in a way. You know, and like, because I went back and watched the first couple episodes, and, you know, I remember watching Bewitched and all those other
See,
shows.
I didn't watch it until after the 4th episode dropped, because I'd heard so much flack about it online. I'm like, yeah, I'll just wait. But then like the 4th episode, I was like, oh, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll give it a check.
That's when it all picked up.
Well, but then same thing. Like I watched the first episode, I'm like, okay, I see where they're going.
Yeah.
Second episode, yep, that's exactly where they were going. Okay, cool. Third episode, yep. Like I don't. Why did people not get this? I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like y'all are retarded. Episode 5 was like, I remember the end of that. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great.
Well, hell, the end of episode was that episode 4 when
Spoiler.
she got
And it's been a few weeks now. Yeah.
I know.
when she got blasted out of the hex.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just from that, I was like, oh shit! Like, and then, like you said, going into the end of episode 5, it's like,
You know, when Pedro showed up.
yeah, it's like
Or
it just
Peter.
everything just picks up.
Man.
Like, you know, like you said,
And then last week's episode was so dope because one,
but you knew it was
we
coming.
all knew we knew it was coming,
knew
but
it
it was
was
still
coming.
cool. It was like
Yeah.
it was just confirmation, and then the homage to the monsters, how they the exposition song at the end. And they're like, I'll kill Sparky too. I was like, yo, I love it. Like as somebody who grew up on these shows, I'm like, I love this. It's great.
No, I'm looking forward.
Shout out to Nick at Night.
I'm looking forward to the last 2 episodes.
Well, that's why I loved, what was it? Chuck. Did you ever watch that?
No.
So 5 seasons. It's on Amazon Prime if you got it. It's a good watch. A, I loved the show, but B, I loved the fact that they hide at least one 80s reference in every movie. Whether it's like something about like an old video game or an old song or an old whatever. And it's like that, like honestly, when I went back and rewatched, like that became part of the thing for me was to find them all.
Man, I'm gonna check that out. Speaking of which, you know they coming out. They're talking about rebooting Frasier.
I just saw he's on board. They just
He's
announced
on board
yeah.
like nobody else.
Well, but that's all you need. Like
No.
I'm blaming
no.
white people for this.
Yes.
Yeah, wow, that's another. Let that
Like,
go.
no, you
I was
need
like,
at least a
is
brother.
anybody asking for Frasier to come back?
I mean, it was good while it lasted.
Hey, my 73-year-old parents will like this.
I like Frasier the show, like, but because once again that cast, like you had the brother, you had the dad, you had Daphne, the nanny or whoever she was, Roz. I forgot the other guy that had the sports show.
Oh, that's another. Let that go.
Yeah,
It was good
exactly,
for what it
like,
was.
yeah. Like Friends. I go back and watch Friends. I'm like, this shit wasn't funny, man. But back then, it's not, bro. Sorry. It has its moments, but it ain't funny. Like when I remember watching it when I was younger and thought it was hilarious, and then you go back and watch it, it's like,
Say it's SpaghettiOs syndrome.
yeah, you love spaghetti as a kid, and then you go back.
And then
Oh
you-
my god!
And then you
they're
get and you're
fucking
like,
terrible.
these are wet noodles and ketchup.
Who ate
What
this?
what the hell was I thinking?
Man.
Get it
Anyway.
out. Say it.
Nah, let's just end the show.
What do you see?
No, nothing.
It's not like the summertime. It's not as distracting.
I was gonna
That's what. Why you think I sit here now? There's nothing to look at.
Anyway, this is episode 282, I think. So stay tuned. Hopefully we get. Man, I almost slipped up and said it too.
Get what?
Who we might get.
Oh, yeah, no, don't say that.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Why? I didn't do it though.
Do what?
That didn't require a bell ring. I'm ringing a bell on you.
Happy birthday, Dunks.
From Dunks.
Yes. Anyways, episode 282. We'll see you guys next week. We love y'all. We out.